Hi, and welcome to a new little series which documents my life in London over the next few weeks. I'm doing a course with Sothebys for a bit over a month, living in the centre of one of the busiest cities in the world, and I wanted to show you what I get up to. After what felt like an entire year on the plane, we finally arrived at Heathrow Airport and made our way to the hotel of which me and Dad stayed together for a week. It was in a really cute little area of Kensington, and the view out the window was so sweet. Our first night, extremely jet lagged and ready to fall asleep, we forced ourselves to stay awake, going to a pub for some drinks and getting some really delicious Lebanese food. Over the next week, I didn't really film that much as I wanted to be quite present and spend time with Dad. Over the course of 5 days, we went to the National Gallery, Notting Hill, the Tate Modern, Trafalgar Square, church, St Paul's, lots of pubs and restaurants, soaked up the few days of somewhat nice weather and just had a really good time. I love my dad's company. It was really nice to spend time together. This is my accommodation in London, a bit out but still pretty central. For one person, this uni dorm style place was perfect. A double bed, desk, ensuite and a shared kitchen was really all I need for a few weeks where I would be out most days anyways. I'm by myself now in my little room. This is cute. I'm about to leave in like 15 minutes. Where I'm meeting all of the other people, so I need to look good first impressions. I was feeling a bit sad, leaving my dad, he was here. We had a really nice day. We went to the Tower Bridge, Tower of London, walked around, had ice cream, sat on the... It was really nice, the sun was out, so it was really cool. Feeling weird, a little bit lonely, but it's weird because I was really excited to come here. I'm here and by myself. It's weird, it feels fine because my dad's still here, but I know that when he goes home and I'm here by myself, it might be a bit different. I'm gonna meet people soon and they're gonna be really cool and they're gonna be funky and they're gonna like me and I'm gonna like them and it'll be good. I'll start showing you what I do every day and hopefully it'll be fun. I want to document this process because I feel like it would just be cool. Back on, I'm going to do lots of fun things and I'm very excited. My course began on April 3rd, which was a day for a bunch of admin stuff, but on the 4th of April we got to begin our week of gallery and sightseeing. The institute is in Bloomsbury, and so we had lunch in this private park across the street whilst the sun shone. We went to the Foundling Museum, which tells a story of Britain's first home for children at risk of abandonment. Some of the works were quite beautiful and heartbreaking, but these intimate museums aren't really my favourite. The next day we caught the tube to Kensington Palace for the Crown to Couture exhibition. I wasn't allowed to take any videos in here, but got some photos instead. Some of the dresses and gowns were so stunning. We had something to eat in Hyde Park and then went to 2 other galleries. The Saatchi Gallery's Beyond the Streets exhibition was pretty cool actually. I loved some of the works, but also thought that street art is more impactful when in situ, actually on the streets, rather than in a gallery space. I met my dad in the evening at Wagamama's for some Japanese food and drinks, and for a walk along the river afterwards. We went to the Tate Britain on the 6th of April to see their Rossetti's exhibition, a questionably curated show. It was a little overwhelming and crowded for my liking, so I escaped to see their permanent collection, which had some of my favourite pre-Raphaelite and Turner works. The 7th of April was a day off, so I took myself on a little hot girl morning walk to the Tower Bridge whilst listening to Taylor Swift, obviously, and getting an iced coffee. It was such a nice day, blue skies and crowds of people. Felt like the main character. It's quite a surreal feeling, but I was also a little emotional as my dad left that morning to go to the airport and back home. I was finally all alone in this big city, daunting, but I was also a little excited. We ended up at Kew Gardens for some perusing in the parks and greenhouses, a fun little activity to do on a nice day. I got an extremely expensive drink at a rooftop bar with one of my friends that night, which was an interesting experience. I think we stumbled across some influencer place because there were people from Long Island there, but it was actually a really fun and funny night.
Cheers!
The next day, we sheltered for an inside activity, the weather being so bipolar. We travelled to the Vienna Museum. This museum is huge. There is so much to digest. But we spent a few hours inside away from the rain, looking at the jewellery, which was one of my favourite rooms. Got a coffee and then went shopping for a little bit in High Street, Kensington. Thank you for watching this first week. Stay tuned for weekly videos where I show little snippets of each of my day.